Hello guys. I recently viewed my analytics and found that people are watching my video but not subscribing my channel. Please subscribe my channel so that I can feed my cat.
This story is about a boy named Matthew, who is bored of his life and wants to get a girlfriend to fulfill his physical desire. One day he meets a star. To know what happens next, watch the whole video. At the beginning of the movie, we see a boy named Matthew, who is very good at studies. But he was very boring, so the girls of the college were not interested in him. This was the last year of his college, and Matthew was planning to take a scholarship for his higher education fees. But Matthew was not happy with his life because he hadn't done anything that he will remember in future, and he had spent his entire life studying. So one day Matthew decides that he will do the same thing which his friends were doing, like making girlfriends and having sex. One day a girl named Danielle comes to live next to Matthew's house. Danielle was so beautiful that she looked like a supermodel. At night, Matthew was talking on his phone and his eyes went to Danielle's window where she was changing her clothes. It seems like Matthew was attracted to her, and he was not able to take his eyes off of her. But Danielle sees him looking at her and comes to his house. His dad calls him, so he was very scared. Matthew comes down being scared, and his dad says that Danielle is new in this city, and she doesn't know anything about here. So, you go with her and help her. When they were going together, Danielle asked Matthew, "Did you like my chest without clothes?" Then Matthew says, "They were very big." Then Danielle asks him to remove his clothes and show his banana. Danielle forcefully removes Matthew's clothes. When Matthew removes his clothes, Danielle throws him out of the car and leaves taking his clothes. After some time Danielle comes and tells him that she was just having fun. They start talking to each other, and they become good friends. Next day when Matthew was studying in his class, Danielle told him to come outside of the class. Then they go somewhere to have fun. Enjoying the whole day, they go to someone's swimming pool in the evening. They were about to kiss, but suddenly Matthew realizes that the pool is of the principal. So they immediately ran from there. After that, they go to a party of Matthew's friend. Matthew's friends were shocked seeing Danielle, and they started to impress Danielle. But Matthew had already decided that Danielle is his. So he comes near Danielle and kisses her in front of everyone. Matthew was feeling very happy after kissing Danielle. Suddenly his friend comes and tells him that Danielle is a star, and people watch her video to fulfill their desire. Hearing it, Matthew's heart breaks and he leaves feeling sad. Then his friend says, "You should take advantage of her being a star, you can do whatever you like with her." Hearing it, Matthew directly goes to Danielle. She was with his mother, looking at his old photos. Matthew asks Danielle to go out. And they go to a hotel. Then Matthew asks her to be in position. Danielle understands what Matthew wants to do, and says, "You are thinking me wrong, I am no longer a star. I used to do such thing. But now I don't." Saying it, she goes from there being angry. Next day, Matthew goes to Danielle's house to say sorry. Where he meets a man named Kelly, who was Danielle's producer and ex-boyfriend. When Matthew was going to the college, he saw Kelly flirting with girls. Kelly also sees Matthew, and starts praising Matthew in front of the girls. After that Matthew goes to the bank with Kelly, where Kelly tells that he is a student advisor. In the next scene we see Danielle, who was feeling very guilty because she could never change herself, nor she can live a normal life. So she goes back to Las Vegas with Kelly. Matthew had also started loving Danielle, so he decided to bring her back. He goes to Las Vegas with his friends to find Danielle. Arriving there, he sees Danielle dancing without clothes in front of everyone. So he tells her, "You don't need to do such thing." Kelly comes there and threatens Matthew and says, "You are stopping Danielle from doing her work, and if she don't do this work, how will I make money?" Despite Kelly's threat, Matthew goes to Daniel and says, "You don't need to do this, you deserve a better life." Next day, when Matthew was in his house, Danielle came there to drop him off at the college. When they were going for college, Matthew asks Danielle to go to prom with him. It was a very important day for Matthew, because if he passes his scholarship exam, he can go to a big college for his higher studies. Suddenly Kelly appears in the exam hall, and takes Matthew with him, because Matthew had made a $30,000 loss to Kelly by forcing Danielle not to work in the bar. Kelly beats him up, and gives him a drug, and tells him to rob a trophy from a guy named Hugo. When Matthew was going to rob, Kelly called the police, and the police comes there to arrest Matthew. Suddenly Matthew's friends come there and save him. After that, Matthew goes to college with Danielle to give a speech. And the drug side effects start to show to him. Instead of speech, he starts to talk nonsense in front of everyone. So he doesn't get the scholarship. He goes to the bank and knows that Kelly had taken the $25,000 which Matthew had raised for a student. Kelly takes it by saying that he is the student advisor. Hearing it, Matthew was shocked. He tells it to his friends and Danielle. They all make a plan to take revenge from Kelly. Matthew and Danielle go to Hugo, who was also a producer like Kelly. Matthew tells everything to Hugo and gives his trophy back. Then he says, "If you give us $25,000, we will make you the best video ever." Hearing it, Hugo gets happy and he agrees to give them money. Now everyone starts making videos, and Danielle calls her friends who were stars like her. After that, they go to the prom together, where everyone was looking at them. Some of Matthew's classmates come there and say, "These girls are porn stars." Matthew asks them, "Would you like to work with her?" Hearing it, they become happy and say yes to Matthew. They all shoot the video at night. Next day, when Matthew was coming to his home, he received a call from his friend. He tells Matthew that someone has stolen your video. And the thief is none other than Kelly. Kelly threatens them to give the half of the money made by the video to him. "Otherwise I will show this tape to your principal and parents." But Matthew rejects it, so Kelly shows the tape to everyone. When the video starts, we see that it is just a education video. Seeing it, everyone praises Matthew. The tape was officially released in the market, and it became a bestseller. Now Matthew has lots of money, so he pays his college fees. And he also gives scholarships to students. From the remaining money, Matthew buys a car for himself, and gives an expensive gift to Kelly. So they became good friends. Matthew and Danielle live happily and the movie ends. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.